Hi everyone. Just a little something to say before we get this reaction started. As you know, I've talked a lot about the movie musical Oliver. I made my references. I've done my little songs before the reaction starts. Not only have I seen that movie a lot, I've also been part of a stage production of Oliver over a decade ago. And the young man who played Dodger in that production was a young man named Austin. And I just found out on February 11th, just an hour or two after I posted the last Artful Dodger reaction, that Austin has passed away at the age of 28. Um, my experience with Oliver is one of the reasons I wanted to watch this show, and thankfully it won the poll. Um, but yeah, Austin was a very talented young man, and he will be missed. When the show wrapped, he was a child at the time. Dodger in Oliver is a child. Um, so sometimes we give rap gifts and all that. So being a child, you're not expected to like give anything totally expensive like that. So what Austin gave everyone was this little stone here. I don't know if you can see, but that's his name and Dodger written on the stone right there. So that was over a decade ago, and I still have it. Um, so it's going to be right here in front of me when I record the remaining Artful Dodger reactions. So I did just want to make that acknowledgement off the top because this reaction was filmed before it happened, so there's not going to be any mention of it. But yeah, rest in peace, Austin. The rest of this reaction will be dedicated to you. On with the show, guys. This is Jordan's Vision. Pull up a seat and kick up your feet. Small pleasures, who would deny us these? Gin toddies, large measures, no skimping if you please. I rough it, I love it, life is a game of chance. I never tire of it, leading this merry dance. If you don't mind having to go without things, it's a fine life. Though it ain't all jolly old pleasure outings, it's a fine life. When you got someone to love, you forget your care and strife. Let the prudes look down on us, let the wide world frown on us. It's a fine, fine life. It is a fine life, and we are halfway through the Artful Dodger first season. So where are we now? So basically, the governor is trying to appoint a new head of surgery. Sneed and Dodger, the kind of rivals at the hospital, are going for it. So Darius goes into the brothel, stabs Roddy in the neck, and Roddy goes in for surgery. And Sneed wins the coin toss to do the surgery in front of the governor. He does perform it. She gets through it initially, and the governor's pleased with that. But what the governor doesn't see is that she has a complication that Dodger and Belle fix behind the scenes. They both do get invited to the governor's mansion for the dinner, where they kind of go at it a little bit more, Dodger and Sneed. And then Dodger and Belle kind of end up having an argument too, because, Belle seems to want this more than Dodger does. Dodger's not that interested in it, but Belle kind of sees the writing on the wall. If Sneed becomes head of surgery, she probably can't keep doing what she's doing, whereas Dodger would let her. So she's kind of got that dilemma going for her too. Also, kind of developing the dynamic between Gaines and Darius. Gaines is kind of starting to see what Darius is. Gaines has been trying to resist bringing Darius in and, kind of in denial about him potentially being a criminal and, wanting to pin anything Darius might have done on Dodger and Fagin. That's kind of coming to a head as well. And, Fagin being Fagin. But yeah, we're going to get into episode 5 now. So without further ado, let's get started. Before we get started, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and don't forget reacting to art is sharing art. Channels like these benefit everyone from the viewers all the way up to the original creators themselves. Also, a reminder, spoilers are likely. So if you haven't seen this episode yet and would like to, please feel free to click off and take care of that first. I'll be here when you get back, but for those of you who are sticking with me, pull up a seat, kick up your feet, and let's watch episode 5 of The Artful Dodger titled The Duel. Here we go.
They're here. Who? The watch. Spirits. Ghosts.
Oh, they're in here, all right.
Oh, we're haunted now, too?
Forgive me, Father. It has been 14 hours since my last confession.
Really? That long?
Is Fagin in there again, or is it the real guy? Okay.
A rage of such purity that all I crave is violent retribution.
Yes, well, that's quite...
So now you're repenting for that?
Gods, I can hear ghosts. I can hear you pillock. Quiet.
I mean, he's not exactly a ghost.
Turning this once virtuous woman into a debauched wastrel, destined for the fires.
Oh, no, your wife's becoming one of them, eh?
Looking at me now.
Sorry, who's that? It's them.
The priest isn't even interested.
Me because I refuse to be humiliated by these people.
That got his attention.
It should be one of these barrels here. The smell will tell you. Poochie, do you have to do that?
Oh, I can see your eyes.
Yes.
I thought you said you don't.
I kind of wonder about that guy.
I heard voices.
Maybe you're hearing your own voice? Wait, did they actually see something?
What is that you're in?
Sardines, I think.
Why didn't you just
Ew.
hide behind it?
Wise in hindsight.
Yeah, you're gonna be smelling that for a while.
Why does it smell?
It's the fermenting insides of a whale, so yes, it smells.
And it smells bad, do it?
Yeah, why not?
Fermenting in...
So now we're in the whale gizzards game then, eh? You ate this stuff.
No. This is ambergris. Use it to make perfume. This barrel is worth...
I don't know if I'd buy that perfume. If I was into perfume.
We heard things tonight. Things you can't unhear, you know?
Well, I always say a tumbler of the old golden wallop lifts the heart.
Just tell him you saw ghosts.
Just lay there.
You won't be committed to an asylum.
And with what legal tender would you be paying for these drinks?
You've got me solemn oath you will be paid in abundance, just as soon as we've managed to offload this bloody ambergris.
This miracle is called Trust Me, Bro.
Texture and stink of this stuff so that not even the whale's wife will know that we've made the switch. And in the meantime, I goes and flogs the original ambergris for a very pretty return.
Fagin being Fagin.
Oh, I've never been so happy to return to sea.
Captain wants us to sail tomorrow on the King Tide.
No, you can't. You know the old sailor's adage, sail on the morrow, expect much sorrow.
You sure he just made that up?
No, the weather be not on the turn, the weather be bloody clement, actually.
I think.
So there is such a thing as clement weather, as opposed to inclement?
Your boy gets his blood up.
Right. Don't tell me how to run the Dodger.
Doing it for years.
How do they turn this stuff into perfume?
Seen Frenchies do it. Spices, herbs.
They turn grapes into
alcohol,
wine.
Stirred in a...
No, we do not cower. We stay coarse.
It'll be discovered. There's no thieving to be done if they scrag us.
We're not taking this back. You wanted me back here. Well, here I am. I am back. You can work on it in the
Take what
morning.
you get, Fagin.
Remember what I always told you as a little one? A pickpocket needs to know when to pull out.
Actually, a pickpocket is pulling out, right?
And nab you back from the edges of calamity. Well, now is one of them times.
You can keep your hands to yourself.
Weird the about-face Dodger's taken. Like, he didn't want to be part of this, and now he's doing... He's pretty much all in.
Close them now. Immediately.
No, there'll be none of that. Are you feeling any
You
better?
hungover, Belle?
Yes, I'm good.
I have a gift to lift your spirits.
A guillotine.
Better. A painting made with these very hands.
Ooh, what you got?
It's a story of us. Our journey here, a house,
Looks nice.
kangaroo,
What are these?
tree trunks.
I know they're in Australia, but I don't think I've seen a kangaroo this whole show.
Dr. Sneed is here for you. No, for your sister. He wishes to take her shooting.
Don't trust him.
Men boasting all night and pretending somehow, against all evidence, they're cleverer than us.
They are. That is why they're in positions of power.
Fine. They stay at home all day, painting hideous scenes.
Debatable.
Well done. Another bullseye.
One of my many gifts. I am a modern man who happens to believe shooting is an essential skill for women, too.
I guess if there's a home invasion, but other than that...
Little cock. Look down the barrel
Language.
with an eye focused on the sight. And ever so gently. Just...
Oh! That's not where she was pointing, was it?
My dear friend, it is not fitting that a man of my standing should be treated thus.
Yet here we are.
I am the victim of a most egregious misunderstanding.
Pray
No,
do
you belong there,
tell.
Darius.
Lucien, I was endeavouring to protect your lady wife's spotless reputation
By giving her pubic crabs, you mean?
by an infected maid.
Blame the maid.
I swear before God and all that is sacred, I have no idea how that ended up in our carriage.
Oh, I do. You were set up. Indeed, I believe I know who was responsible. It was the young surgeon and his repugnant uncle. It was only a matter of time before I catch
He
them
doesn't
in the
trust those
act,
two
and
either,
they
but
too hang.
I think he's starting to not trust Darius either.
Unless you can explain how you contracted the very same pubic crabs as my wife, you will most definitely meet the gallows on whatever charge I choose to conjure.
That's integrity for you.
I'm about to come into a considerable endowment. My
Might
brother,
that be?
the Honourable James Sneed, has acquired a license in the Spice Islands, and through filial love, allowed me a 10% share of his nutmeg trade.
Nutmeg.
You're a surgeon. What use is nutmeg?
My dear Belle, are you not surprised of its worth?
Oh, they'll find some use for
A
it.
large canister.
But surely being a surgeon is the most exciting thing in the world. Healing people, caring for people. Give anything to have such a
Most people
profession.
get into it,
It's
right?
all right. I am in a position to offer a companion, a woman, a life of comfort and security.
Oh God,
Well, he's
please
hitting on her.
Belle, until my brother offered me this, I did not
What?
feel in a position to speak openly. But now, I humbly seek your hand in marriage.
You met like
Why?
5 minutes ago.
You don't love me, do you?
Love comes with settling and companionship. You must see our families and my position make this a perfect match.
I feel for Belle, you know.
It is not
Getting
yet
hit
a
on by all the
ring, but in
weirdos.
its own way to ring, but in its own way, far more valuable.
What is it?
Nutmeg.
Oh, nutmeg.
Yes, it's not an unpleasant smell.
So do I have your blessing to go and converse with your
Guess
father?
it's better than sardines.
One needs time, but one to fully consider one's. One.
No, this isn't right. Ambergris needs to be thicker, more solid. What have we tried? A crate of off oysters,
Study how to make it?
sheets, testicles, some seaweed, crab carcasses, and Samuel Dane's liver. Any whaler worth their salt
Throwing
will
in
put this
random
as
ingredients left and right.
To hell with it then. Can't even stand the smell of that stuff.
Oh, come on, it's no worse than the Thames at low tide.
Has anyone ever smelled the Thames?
You have classic pox. Now I want you to place this weight on the end of your member, thus allowing the exuding of pus. Then
That
keep bathing it in mercury.
doesn't sound like a
Allow
real
sleeping
thing.
for the long-
While you're busy here, now would be a good moment to nudge that barrel shipward.
Yes, fine. Do it.
Oh, I don't know if I trust Fagin here.
You eat some oranges, you're developing scurvy.
Roll it back,
He can
lads.
tell that on sight?
Unless you doctors can fix me, the captain has no choice but to use another navigator.
I'm sorry. There is naught one can do about it. You will need to purchase a
Oh.
key.
Oh, Fagin's developing a plan.
What is the gravedigger wheeling out?
Samuel
Meg?
Dean's organs. He's a very large gentleman. Malodorous in life, apparently.
Yeah, just a little.
I just overheard your sad conversation with that surgeon just now, and though I'm not much given to emotion, I was moved.
And you know why I do not wish
You're
to
moved to
converse.
something.
Oh, no, I think you should talk to this other surgeon. He's much better qualified, and he's done this operation 100 times, maybe 200 times, and with great success. Now, it would
Maybe
mean
exaggerating a little
very
bit.
minor.
When can I meet this surgeon?
You just
Okay.
leave it with me, all right? Oh, hang on. Back, boys. Roll it back. Come on. Oh, back.
Okay, buying some time. Okay, I get it now.
You need a steady hand. Now, listen. They do say a man cannot change.
What'd you sign me up
tides
for,
or
Fagin?
oceans, but
What have you got us into?
nothing. You might have to perform a very minor operation.
Just a minor operation, that's all.
The man is completely cross-eyed. He can't even see a hand in front of his own face. Although he does have a very good view of his right ear.
I thought this is what you wanted. Don't you see the beauty it buys?
He's a
us
doctor, he knows
time?
best.
How many times did you tell him I've done the surgery?
Once. Tell a lie twice.
Do you know how
200 times.
how precise this procedure is? If he moves, I blind him.
You need to have more confidence in your artfulness.
This is beyond my skill.
That's why they have specialists now. Like, a regular surgeon can't do eye surgery, right?
I demand to know where you were seeing my patient. I'd already made it abundantly clear his condition is inoperable.
Wouldn't you want a second opinion? If some spoiled, pompous, upper-class prat with only basic medical knowledge told you your career was over?
Never cross me again on my...
This guy's gonna be head of surgery.
Oh, and if I find that foul stench has anything to do with you or your illiterate friends, I will see you are all soundly punished.
That's so strange, because, you see, we all thought that that smell was coming from you.
Ooh. Burn.
I will do it. Right. Back inside, lads.
Oh.
Bring that cat to the morgue.
The back and forth.
What's on?
They're just like, are you kidding me at this point?
Have you completely lost your sense?
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
If
He
you
needs her
have
help.
to apologise for your behaviour from now weeks ago, then you must do it formally and at a proper time, and I will consider...
I guess some time has passed now.
Please
Would you happen to have, like, some medical textbook that might show
Yes.
me...
Stay here. Actually, no, come. Got valuable items in here.
You're gonna eat the soup?
Doesn't trust him now.
Who first performed in the 1830s by John Homer Dix. The
Language.
surgeon bent probe to isolate the tendon and scissors for opening up the conjunctiva.
Pictures. I need pictures.
I don't know if I'd want to look at pictures of that.
Can you do it?
Yes.
Can you do it?
Maybe.
Ask her for help, Dodge.
I admit that I said things in that moment that I now regret. And I'm equally sure that you said things that now, in the cold light of day, you wish but... What was that awful smell?
Fagin.
It smells like ambergris.
Can it be both?
No, wait.
And I'm sorry if I spoke to you abruptly. But I don't really know how to talk to women. I've never found a need to.
I'm similarly rarely interested in anything a man has to say.
But at least they're talking again.
Stupid. You just cover your right eye for me, please. How many fingers am I holding up?
Who?
Lower your arm. Now how many?
4.
The right eye not work either?
Almost no.
Shapes mainly. Left was me last good eye.
Oh no.
Well, I learnt, Mum. Everything there is to know about the oceans, currents, the winds and the stars. Feels like
have to
my
let
nose
go of
around
that.
trust their foot.
And not only have I never performed this surgery before, but nobody in this country has.
I see.
I can tell
I see,
you.
said the blind man.
Now, if we try and we fail here tonight, then you will certainly lose your vision in both eyes. However, on the slim chance that we succeed, you might get to navigate again.
There's your glimmer of hope.
I need your help with this one, Belle. Can you pass me the hook, please?
I hope they can put him to sleep for this. Like, eye surgery with... Like, being able to see, like, a knife coming at your eyes. Like, ugh. I don't know what that's like, but... I mean, maybe he can't see all that well, but still. So... Did it go well, or...? They don't know yet.
We won't know until we remove the bandages. It's the greatest day of my life when I got promoted to sub-lieutenant. They gave me my own bed. I'd never had my own bed before.
After the childhood he's had, yeah, that's gotta be nice.
I saw all kinds of things I didn't even think were possible. Festivals in Hong Kong, I saw this giant paper dragon with 50 people under it, and as they moved,
All over
this
the world,
dragon
wow.
appeared.
Where the devil is Dawkins?
Just hitting on your girl.
Lady Belle, I insist you return to Government House immediately, and we will discuss this later.
Possibly not.
We're not a couple,
We
dude.
have always known you to be a reprehensible, arrogant upstart with no respect for your betters.
I have enormous respect for my betters. It's just there are none evidence around here.
You have
Oh,
directly
big burn.
performed an operation I had forbidden you to do, that I specifically said was not a safe operation in the patient's interest.
And I agree with your diagnosis.
We'll see if it works.
Surgeon of your skill levels, Sneed, it would have been impossible.
Yeah, your skill level.
I am to be head surgeon here in 2 months. You will no longer have a role here, and I will ensure you have it nowhere else in the country.
Big man.
Back to...
Ah, get him. A little more fist surgery. It's a duel.
I'm more inclined to the view that the smell emanates from the direction of the sewerage pipes that the governor approved last year. Well, in the sense that the raw sewage now flows in pools in the center of town not away from it.
Must have been weird walking around town with that stuff in the middle of the road.
Have you heard from your lovely wife lately, Captain Gaines?
Oh, don't remind him.
She's still visiting relatives.
That's the universal excuse right there, visiting relatives.
The most exciting news. There is to be a duel in town.
Don't be silly. Duels are illegal.
Not necessarily.
You cannot do this. It was as much my fault as his.
The man has pushed me too far. We will settle it like gentlemen.
Then I flatly refuse to marry you. Enjoy your stupid nutmeg.
Well, that takes care of that.
It took Nellie Walpole's spleen and the cow tribe, but we got there in the end. It's just a sample with perfect smell, match, and look. Wonderful.
Oh, it's the fake stuff.
Great, and we'll have plenty of money to celebrate when I teach this fool a lesson.
Look, if you kill this toff, they'll hang you, and if he kills you, they won't care. But I will be back on the chain gang.
How does this affect me?
What are you thinking?
I'm tired of being treated like some mangy dog.
Well, you are not a mangy dog. And he's an idiot for treating you like...
He's tired of being treated like one.
And I'm not going to kill him. I will barely scratch the pauper's kid. Don't worry. I spent 10 years in the Navy. I am a master with the sword.
Good. Because it is pistols. Pistols at
Yeah, why are you practicing with a sword?
And he...
You'd think he would have told you that detail before.
This barrel, it's worth a king's fortune, and now it's as empty as me head.
I need you to arrest 2 men.
Will these two do? On what charges, milady?
On charges of planning to be utterly stupid and fight a duel.
Who would be doing that?
2 young surgeons.
So Jack Dawkins is involved.
Oh, that got his attention.
That after the duel, there's usually only one to arrest. Lady Sneed is a fine shot.
Sir!
Your plan backfired there, Belle.
Ambergris. I imagine the smell would be devilish.
Oh, well, we figured out what that is.
What's in the barrel? Looks heavy.
It's food for the widows, milady.
Can one
Kidding.
try a mouthful?
You don't want to try this mouthful.
Captain Gaines is currently heading towards the wharf to locate a missing barrel of something called... Was it ambergris? But I know you wouldn't be so utterly stupid as to risk everything for that. No, Captain Gaines will have no issue
look
with
who you're talking
good men
to.
engaged.
Just roll him over with the barrel. Buy you some time at least. Oh, there's a bunch of barrels here.
Unlock it.
Probably gonna open the door and there's like 500 barrels.
Smash it. Remove the lid.
I swear, Gov, just less than an hour ago, it was completely empty.
Oh, this is black magic. This place is full of devils. We heard them crying out.
The ghost decided they didn't like it.
Yeah, how many fingers?
47. Thank you, Surgeon.
Oh, he can see.
You know, being blind there, it heightens other senses. I swear I smelled something. Yeah, not arse bill smell.
Oh, was it the perfume?
But now you have restored my sight. Smell seems gone.
Yeah, reason for that, but let's not get into it.
What's this I hear about our boy fighting a duel tomorrow? Didn't take him long to get reckless now, did it? Now I've got to go slash some other geezer's throat just to keep Jackie boy safe till we need him.
Yeah, that's a very good idea, and make Dodger the main suspect. Get back
Point.
down in the drive.
Whatever this turns out, I am mostly grateful to have known you.
Yeah, likewise, Dodge. Life won't be the same without you, you idiot.
I think the feeling there is kind of mutual.
And go for the heart, no more shooting in the face. A lot of these toffs prefer an open casket. Ah, the Rottingford dueling pistol, your favourite, isn't it?
Looking him up like he does this all the time.
Dr. Sneed made his funeral arrangements?
He didn't believe that would be necessary.
Oh, really? Well...
Cocky little bugger, eh?
Talk about...
Right. What's gonna happen?
2, 8, 9, 10. Cease this immediately!
Oh! Governor stops it.
I'm told, rather unsportingly, that this town could not survive without its 2 surgeons.
Oh, governor's orders.
Now, the rules are very clear. In circumstances such as these seconds must assume their place. What?
Oh no. Some Fagin and Chucklehead?
Now, in England, the second is usually thanked kindly for his time and then very often financially compensated for all the emotional stress. Everybody goes home happy. It's lovely.
Is that how it happens, or is Fagin just blowing smoke here?
I withdraw my allegation.
Please, stop this. I apologize unreservedly.
No, too late.
Stop this.
Honor must be served.
Alright, you're up, Fagin.
4,
Oh, he's instant with the sleeve.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fire!
Oh. They can get hit. New Sneed got hit. Wow. Oops. Yeah, that wasn't on purpose, oops. I'm pretty sure.
What we have here is a man injured in his quest for honor. He is also my head surgeon and will replace me in the future.
So now Dodge has to save him.
Now, if you'll just bite down on this. Tim, through dust.
Half an hour ago, you wanted to kill me, so this does beg the question. What would you do in my position?
I will give you your job back. I guarantee. Just please don't let him amputate.
Backed into a corner now, eh?
Here, Puff. Let me wipe your brow.
Oh. Ethering him again.
Apologies, gentlemen, there will be no show today. As you can see, the professor is overcome with emotion.
Later today, we'll be amputating Spencer Shaw's arm, which will be much more exciting, so come back for that.
Really?
We'll charge double for that one.
Now, I assume you'll be maintaining your strong stance against anesthetic.
Give it to me, damn you.
See, now he likes it.
3 trained professionals are in this room. One is the patient, the other is me. And one is a complete fool.
Yes, quite possibly.
If it does the surgery successfully, then maybe the governor will reconsider the whole head of surgery thing.
I'm sorry, I can't remember. Which leg am I cutting off again?
Oh.
Just removing the bullet, unfortunately.
I know, a lot less fun.
You made the first incision.
Oh. Here it is. Here it is. Been waiting 5 episodes for this. And of course it's over an unconscious man, but Belle Dodger is a thing. Okay, and we're through episode 5, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Lots happening here. The duel between Dodger and Sneed, of course, that ended up in, Fagin relieving Dodger and ended up shooting Sneed anyway. We don't know what happened with Sneed's bullet. I guess we'll find out that in the next episode. But yeah, put Sneed in a pretty precarious position. He wanted to fire Dodger, and now all of a sudden Dodger's saving him. So, yeah. And then the whole fake perfume thing. Fagin, stealing the real perfume, trying to replace it with the fake perfume, and, all of that back and forth, and Gaines pursuing them for that, and, trying to figure out what's going on there. And then, of course, the big smooch at the end of the episode, kind of felt natural that, eventually Belle and Dodger would soon end up together. It was just one kiss so far, but, we'll see how that develops in the next episode as well. So, we'll see what else is going on. We'll see if Sneed recovers. We'll see, Darius is still in jail. We'll see if anything happens further with him. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this reaction. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Check out my sports vlogging channel, Jordan Vlogs. And until next time, this is Jordan saying, you can be productive sitting at home on your couch. All you need is a TV, a great catalog, and a vision. This has been JordangeVision. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.